Alright, you're going to count 7 lines from the bottom. Count 7 lines from the bottom. Then you're going to take your ruler and you're going to cut it all the way across up to the margin. So don't cut it all the way because it will get rid of the page completely. Just cut it all the way to the red line, to the margin. So scissors, ruler, whatever, to the margin and down. So you've done this before, so this shouldn't be anything new. To the margin and down. So 7 lines from the bottom to the margin and down. Then count 2 lines underneath that, or you can count 5 lines from the bottom, and you're going to do the exact same thing. So 5 lines from the bottom, and then you're going to tear it along that 5th line to the margin and down. Along that 5th line to the margin and down. Okay, then you're going to count another 2 lines, or you could just go 3 lines from the bottom. 3 lines from the bottom and do the exact same thing. So cut it again horizontally, 3 lines from the bottom, all the way to the margin, to the red line and down. So you basically made 3 tabs from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3. 3 tabs. Alright, so on the front of the very top of the front page, you're just going to copy down this title. It's going to say Solving Systems of Equations. Solving Systems of Equations. Solving Systems of Equations. And at the bottom where we have our tabs, you're going to write on the very first one, by, and on the second one, by, and on the last one, by. So on the bottom 3 tabs, by. Alright, then on the first one, you're going to write graphing. So solving system of equations by graphing. Then on the next one, you're going to write solving systems of equation by substitution. Substitution. And on the last one, you're going to write by elimination. Solving systems of equations by elimination. So these are 3 separate ways of solving systems of equations, so the same question, 3 different ways. Alright, so we're going to take a couple of notes first. So again, on the front page where the title is, number 1, or the first thing you need to know, is solving systems of equations consist of 2 or more equations. Consists of 2 or more equations. Consists of 2 or more equations involving 2 or more variables. Involving 2 or more variables. Next thing, or number 2, a solution of such a system. A solution of such a system is an ordered pair, in other words, x comma y, that satisfies each equation and corresponds to the points of intersection. So a solution of such a system is an ordered pair xy that satisfies each equation and corresponds to the points of intersection of its respective graphs. For example, okay, so looking at an example, a question might say, is 3, 3 and 4, 2 a solution to the following system of equations? So the system is x plus y equals 6 and 2x minus 5y equals negative 2. So is 3, 3 and 4, 2 a solution to that system of equations? Well, the very first thing you do is you're just going to plug in your values for x and y into both the equations. So we'll start with the first one. So just write the 2 equations side by side. So x plus y equals 6. And then on the side next to it, 2x minus 5y equals negative 2. And then all you're going to do is plug it in. So this is x, that's y, plug in 3 and 3 where you see it, and you get 6 equals 6. Is that true? Yes, it is. Plug in x and y again, And you get 6 minus 15 equals negative 2, which is what? Negative 9 equals negative 2? Is that equal? No. So is 3, 3 a solution? No, it's not a solution because it does not satisfy both the equations. Alright, well, let's check 4, 2. So again, same thing. Plug in 4, 2 into both equations. So again, write the equations side by side. So first one is x plus y equals 6. And right next to it, so don't write it underneath like I just did, because I will come back and fix that. See, I just did. 2x minus 5y equals negative 2. Okay, and then all you're going to do is plug in x and y. So plug in 4ac and 2ac. You're going to get 4 plus 2 is 6, which is true. 2 times 4 minus 5 times 2 equals negative 2. 2 times 4 is 8 minus 10 equals negative 2, which is negative 2 equals negative 2. That's correct. So it satisfies both equations. So is it a solution? Yes, it is a solution. So it's very simple. Just plug it in and then see whether it's a solution or not. Alright, so we're going to fix the rest of this notebook. Actually, we're just going to put these papers in. So go ahead and, make it as small as possible. Cut it all the way around. And you're going to do this to all 3 sheets of paper. So cut it all the way around. Do the same thing to this one. Cut it all the way around. Make it as small as possible because it's the only way that it's going to fit in the book. Again, last sheet, go ahead and cut it all the way around. And then with this one, you're also going to cut it because you need those 2 sheets, you're going to cut it in the middle down the line. So cut it down the line in the middle. And on the substitution one, there's like this little piece sticking out, you're going to cut it along the line there. It's just so that it can fit in the book. So you should have these 4 sheets of paper. So these 4 sheets of paper. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put it in our book. I'm not going to glue it in right now because I actually didn't have any glue. But you're going to put the first graphing one where it says graphing. And then staple it or glue it. And then fold it in half. Okay, fold it in half. And I'm actually going to I'm going to cut the bottom tab so that it doesn't hide it every time. So just cut the bottom up to about halfway where that line is, so that when you fold it, the graphing part is still seen. And then on the back of that, you're going to put the one that says graphing. So again, staple it, glue it, whatever. Just be careful, don't glue the whole page because you're going to glue the page. Then go to substitution, and you're going to do the same thing. So cut it from like right there to about halfway right there. Again, it's just so that the tab is still seen even when it's folded. And then fold your page in half. Then on the back of that, you're going to put the substitution one. So find the sheet with the substitution. Go ahead and glue it in, staple it in, but be careful not to staple the whole page because you're going to write when you open it. Put the last one, elimination. You're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to cut it to about halfway, just so that when you can fold it, you can still see the tab. Fold it in half, and then on the back of that, you're going to stick the one that has the elimination. Alright, so basically you're now set to do your notes.
I just want to understand.